Alright, hey Blood Dads, we're here in Fletcher Park, close to the iconic San Marco Preservation Hall, right behind me, which is an old church that has been here since the early days of San Marco here in Jacksonville, Florida. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about YouTube Secrets by Sean Cannell and Benji Travis. And we are now on part 2 of this video, which is clarity. So in YouTube Secrets, they have, and I'll show you. So with YouTube Secrets, we are now on to the contents, which we already spoke about the introduction. And part 1 of the 7 C's of the strategy, we already talked about courage, igniting the passion, transcend fear. And now we're on to number 2, clarity. Start with the end in mind. Now, with that being said, earlier you saw us at Camping World on the north side of Jacksonville, and I showed you the end in mind is my goal is to get an RV to travel around the United States with my family and blab dad about the things that we're doing. So that's my clarity, that's my end goal that I want to have happen, and to continue having a YouTube channel that pays for itself, that pays us in order for us to travel. Because right now, like every other average Joe, every other family, we are working. We are working hard during this coronavirus, and it has turned the world upside down, and just thinking of ways in order to finance the things that we're doing. And with jobs being, you know, in the economy kind of on edge, you know, what are some ways to make money? And through YouTube you can do that, and that's why I'm here to show you through the series as we go through this book of YouTube Secrets, week after week, what that looks like. Okay, so right now we're on clarity part 2. So one of the things that we're going to talk about in this book, and let me get to that page, are the 3 P's. So we showed you this part when we were at Camping World, and now we're on to the 3 P's. Passion, proficiency, and profit. Passion, proficiency, and profit. Now, let's go with the passion. So, as any YouTuber will find, you just don't put out a YouTube channel just to put out a YouTube channel. There's things that you're passionate about. And the things that I'm most passionate about is talking about my experiences, no matter what it is. So, already I've got over 100 videos talking about my passion for things, such as travel. There's a 51 video series on our vacation where we went to East Tennessee and Western North Carolina, in that area for a week and a half. Talks about the beginning of the trip, where we were, what we did, all the way to the end of the trip. We've done lots of mini vacations. We did a mini vacation out to Old Town, Florida, which is a blip on a map. And basically what we did is we went to Cedar Key, Steinhatchee, went to Fanning Springs, Rainbow Springs, those areas, and I blabbed out about it. And we stayed in what's called a birdhouse. So we did some glamping, and we basically stayed, almost felt like a cage on stilts, in the open air near the near one of the river, near the Swanee River. We also have done, you've seen our videos as well, where we talk about going to the springs. There's 1,000 springs in Florida. So as you can see over and over and over, whether it's products, whether it's locations, or food that I've done here on this channel, that's my passion, is to share my experience with you, Blab Dads, and try to get people to subscribe to that passion that I have. Because already, it's funny, this last weekend when we went out to Wakulla Springs, which this weekend you'll see the video series on Wakulla Springs. there were kids coming up to me and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I said, "I'm filming for Blab Dad." They go, "What's Blab Dad?" And I explained to them it's a YouTube channel. I talk about the springs, and even kids got excited about that. They got excited. Like, one of the kids actually told me, "I'm gonna be on YouTube one day." Like, what? Really? She goes, "I always wanted to do something like that." And I encouraged him. I said, "Yeah, go for it. Do what you like to do." And that's what I'm here for, is that's my passion, is to show people what my experiences are through the lens of this video camera that someone can view. Hey, it's real life, people. That's a loud truck. Anyway, so that's the passion. And if you have that sort of passion in you, why don't you show the world what that is? The next thing, number 2. So number 1 was passion. Number 2 is proficiency. So let's talk about the proficiency part. I'll use my experience in my first career as a lifeguard. So I started off as a lifeguard in 1989. Yes, I'm dating myself. In 1989. And through all this time, I still am a lifeguard after all these years. It's been 25 years. Now, through that time period, I've made lots of mistakes as a lifeguard. Now, not meaning that something bad has happened, but you learn through your experiences and you get better and better. That's called proficiency. So how did my proficiency work for me? Well, finally, in 1994, I joined the Walt Disney World Company and became a lifeguard for them. Now, I just didn't want to be a lifeguard. I wanted to be a leader of lifeguards. So I became a recreation coordinator because my proficiency of becoming a good lifeguard showed, and I showed my leadership qualities. Then, after that, I wanted to go higher and become a manager. So I took temporary management positions in different parts of Disney within the water parks and resorts, and I became an assistant manager. I apologize, a temporary manager. And then finally, just wanted to spread my wings, not only through that experience of becoming a manager, but because of my proficiency of being a good lifeguard, I became a great lifeguard. And how did I do that? Well, I won championships. So in 1997, I won an in-house Disney championship with Coronado Springs Resort with 2 of my other cast members, and we won it. And we were the first ones, and the streak has happened where the water parks year after year after year would beat the resorts. So there's kind of a little friendly rivalry where there's resort lifeguards and there's water park lifeguards. Well, the water parks lifeguards thought they were, better than the resort lifeguards. And that turned around with us winning the championship. Because it's really not about which particular side of lifeguarding is better. Lifeguarding is lifeguarding. You still have to look after people and make sure that they're safe. So during that time period, we won the championship for the resorts. We felt really, really good about it. But in my acceptance speech, I let everybody know that it's not about us versus them. It's about us as a profession becoming better because of this competition. So I became a great lifeguard by winning the championship, as well as moving on to becoming a coach for lifeguard teams at Disney. And then it turned out eventually that we also won international lifeguard competitions at Ellis and Associates, and that was the pinnacle of me becoming great at my profession in lifeguarding. So that's the proficiency of working hard, having the passion, and just getting to work and doing the thing every day, so it seems like you're not thinking about it, you just do it. And that's the proficiency part. Now, that was number 2. So number 1 was passion, number 2 was proficiency, and now the third one is profit. So this is something that is going to be in the future for me as Blab Dad, hopefully in the near future, sooner rather than later. But again, I'm starting out as a brand new YouTuber. I've been on since May for my channel, and it's slowly getting subscribers. So in order for me to profit, I have to really show that I can get subscribers on the YouTube channel, as well as getting views on the YouTube channel. Because what happens within the YouTube algorithm, once it shows the channel that it's being productive on the channel, it moves it up the list. It's just like when you look on a web page and you're searching for something. Let's say you're searching for a good restaurant to eat that is fine dining, and it offers this type of cuisine. So you look it up, and the next you know, it shows you this list on the first page of restaurants for your search query. Well, it's the same thing on YouTube. If you're searching for something on YouTube and you type it in, Blab Dad is not even going to show on the first page, because there's others before me. I'm trying to work my way up in the algorithm, then eventually we'll show profit. Once the Blab Dad shows profit, then through affiliate marketing and some other revenue streams that YouTube provides, I can finally gain a profit and make money on YouTube like others have. So I'm going to give you a couple of people who have done that. There is 5 people within chapter 2, okay, on chapter 2, that tell you how they've done their passion, their proficiency, and their profit. So one of them is, Eric Conover. He started off at YouTube, wanted to do travel. There's another lady named Melanie. She does quilting. They also talk about the 2 authors, Sean Cannell and Benji Travis. Sean Cannell does tech with cameras, and Benji does cooking. So the list goes on and on and on. And then there's Cassie and Richie, which they have the YouTube channel that's just focused mainly on fashion. So you could see over these 5 different genres, these particular people made it in the book because they became a success by hard work. They saw what was in the future, they clarified that, and now through their passion, their proficiency, they finally have made a profit, and they love doing what they're doing, which has led to great things for those particular folks. So one of the things I'm going to read is one of the quotes. So one of the quotes goes as this, okay? Just share what you know, what you want other people to know, and from your own authentic perspective, and then grow from there. That's all I want to do. I want to blab dad about the things that I see, that I do, that I see other people are doing, and show my own perspective from that. So that's the clarity that comes through that they teach you here on YouTube Secrets. So again, blab dadders, hopefully you like what you see here on this channel. Don't forget to, down below, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button, ding, so you can see all the videos that I'm producing here on Blab Dad. And the most important thing is share this. Share this video with everybody, so I can show that this eventually will make a profit in the as my end goal, so I can do more videos which would help the Blab Dad channel grow by leaps and bounds. Okay, so hopefully you like this video. I told you what to do, and now for chapter number 3, which is going to be the next video, that is going to be one of the 3 C's. So as you can see, we talked about the introduction and the contents, and then we also talked about courage, and then we talked about clarity. So what's coming up for number 3 is channel. Building a home for your content. So you'll see that next week here on Blabdad. Okay, everybody, live here at Fletcher Park, next to the iconic San Marco Preservation Hall. Bye. Have a great week.